I am Michael from Pinnacle. I'm here with Kesarato from Furia. So let's start off, just what sort of be the one piece of advice you'd give to an up-and-coming player?
Eu acho que a pessoa não pode desistir, porque o caminho de ser um jogador profissional acho é muito difícil. Então a pessoa tem que ter uma resiliência e saber lidar com os momentos difíceis que vai passar, que com certeza vai passar. Então eu acho que o conselho que eu daria é não desistir, porque quem desiste não vai chegar num lugar bom como deseja.
First of all, you have to believe in yourself, and you gotta work hard. You know, it's a bit of luck getting the chance to play on the biggest stage, but you just gotta want it more than the rest, basically.
I think the most important advice is never give up and try the best to stay on one team so he can improve in a team, because it's different to play pugs and play outside of team from a team. So when you play a team for a little more time, you get better at the game.
Ooh, this is a tough one. I've been asked this question quite a few times from random people. I think in general, just play the game for fun when you first play. Don't. I think it's really hard to play a game that's designed to be fun, to think you're going to become professional one day. I think most of the pros that I've ever spoke to have treated the game as they enjoy it and it's something to do in their spare time, and then it becomes a pro opportunity instead of focusing a lot and putting a lot of pressure on yourself at the start. Learn the game, enjoy the game, and then see if the pro side comes with it.
Best tips for an up-and-coming player, I would say that you need to obviously grind a lot and you need to put a lot of time in, and I think watching pros play on stream or watching their demos is a good way to add stuff into your game. So maybe just like looking at a play that someone made and trying to like bring it into your team or bring it into pugs wherever you play, and just trying to take as much as you can from the best players in the world.
To play a lot. Play a lot, like try to qualify for FPL, obviously stuff like that, but don't forget the team aspect of the game. A lot of people I see come out with Face It are very like focused on themselves and what they can do, whereas like a lot of the top players that make it are team players. So yeah, try and get the balance between stepping up individually but also being good for the team.
Well, I always say like the one thing that every pro has in common is that they have a ton of hours. Like they play a lot. And the thing is that they don't play a lot like running around mindlessly and not thinking about what they're doing. It's like productive hours. It's like when you play, you make sure that what you're doing is for the sake of getting better. You think about what you're doing and like you don't just like waste your time. And I think that that's like the key thing, is that like if you're constantly playing with the idea of like, you know, what can I do better, then you're going to improve.
Piece of advice for an IGL, I'd probably say patience. It's definitely the biggest thing. I'd say in-game leaders sort of have to be good in every area, whereas other players can probably slide in a lot of areas. It's like being an IGL, obviously people give you a little bit more slack for fragging, but your main focus as a leader is to make sure you keep your cool and make sure you're leading the people in front of you. And then obviously it's not an excuse to do bad, even though most in-game leaders do fall off in skill. It's still an excuse to do bad, but main focus is like making sure you're keeping your cool and composure and just like leading the people in front of you.
Pick your information correctly, probably. Be mindful of what people tell you or what you can read on the internet. Some things are correct, some things are not. And so it also applies to people around you. Some people will be right in what they say and it makes sense, and some people just talk bullshit. So I think it is very important to filter the information and take the good out of what you can take.
I think the upcoming players are like having a lot of experience right now because they are like playing, grinding on FPL, FPLC and stuff like that. The scene is a lot of way competitive. I think I can say that the guys that are starting, they can try to play a lot of tournaments, like amateur tournaments, play a lot of the game and just keep grinding.
For everything the same, like you need to be a hard worker. Being a hard worker is the best thing you can have, because if you're a hard worker and you have like even if a bit of talent, I think you can get there, and that's my POV. I think it's the situation for most of the things in your life, but being a hard worker is the key.